Hey y'all, Lisa Davis here, the trusted banker, and in today's video, we're breaking down a wave of concerning economic trends that we've seen in just the first 60 days of this new administration. And we're talking major layoffs, hiring freezes, closures across the board, and what it might mean for you, your family, and your money. So let's get into it. So since January 1st, 2025, over 827 companies have announced mass layoffs. And here are just a few headlines from March alone. Siemens is cutting more than 6,000 jobs, mostly in automotion and EV charging. Southwest Airlines is cutting over 100 jobs. The U.S. Small Business Administration, a government agency that supports small businesses, is cutting 2,700 jobs. And Amazon is back in the news, laying off another 10,000 employees after already cutting 18,000 late last year. And it's not just tech and transportation. We've got banks. We've got banks shutting down locations all over the country. US Bank is closing around 40 branches. Wells Fargo is shutting down 49 branches. Flagstar is closing 52 locations. This isn't just about cost cutting. This reflects decreased foot traffic. Younger generations just aren't visiting banks like they used to. I know I'm a little guilty of that too, with all the online and mobile banking. But the economic ripple effects, especially in local communities, are real. So here's something that should catch your attention. Consumer confidence takes a hit. Consumer sentiment, basically how people feel about the economy, dropped to 57.9 in March. That's the lowest we've seen since late 2022. Think about 2022, we were just starting to come out of the pandemic. So you ask yourself, why? Why are people nervous? They're uncertain about jobs, they're uncertain about inflation, and worried about the overall direction of the economy. So now here's where it gets a little confusing. In January, personal income went up. That's the black line. No, that's the red line. No, blue line. Personal income went up. So that's the blue line. People made more money, but at the same time, spending went down. That's the red down here in January 2025. So what does that mean? It means people are saving more, and that's this black line. The black line shows that saving went up, even though income went up, spending went down. It means people are saving more, not because they suddenly got financially savvy, but because they're nervous. They're holding on to their cash just in case things get worse. So, what's going on with the corporate backlash and the DEI fallout? Let's pull that up right here. So, Target took a big hit. Big retailers are feeling the pressure, especially Target. Target stock dropped 12.4 billion in value in just one day after rolling back its diversity, equity, and inclusion commitments. This move not only hurt its reputation, but it cost them nearly 5 million shoppers. Meanwhile, Costco, let me find this Costco slide for ya. Costco is thriving. I'm sorry, I like to sing sometimes. Costco is thriving, right? Meanwhile, Costco kept its DEI policies, even though they're getting a lot of pushback from the Trump administration and they're getting like bullied a little bit. They saw a boost of 7.7 million visitors. So, yes, values still matter in business. And finally, on the federal level, there's a big legal battle brewing. There's a big legal battle brewing. Former President Donald Trump is asking the Supreme Court to support his administration's firing of thousands of new government employees. These were mostly probationary workers, people who hadn't been in their role long enough to get full protection, but the judge ruled the firings were not properly justified and ordered, and that many need to be rehired. So now we need to wait and see what the Supreme Court decides. But what does all this mean? So let's recap. Over 827 companies have cut jobs. Government agencies are laying off. I've totaled at least 95,355 people have been laid off from their government job. Banks and retailers are closing or cutting back, and consumer confidence is falling. These are all signals that we could be heading towards a recession or at least a major economic slowdown. And while income is up, spending is down, which tells us people are worried about the future. So what should you do? In my next video, I'll break down how to prepare your finances for a potential recession. We'll talk about building your emergency fund, protecting your income, and how to make your money work harder for you in these uncertain times. So don't forget, hit the like, subscribe, and hit that bell button so you don't miss that episode. And as always, stay bankable, stay prepared, and stay empowered. I'm Lisa Davis, the trusted banker, and I will see you next time. Bye.